What's up everybody? Mike McIntyre here from All Things Sports, back with a brand new video. I have another unboxing part of the Adidas Shadow Mode pack. Let's take a look at this video and let's get into these boots. Before we begin, I need to give a quick shout out to Evangelista Sports for sponsoring this video. If you guys are interested in any soccer gear, any of the latest stuff, be sure to check out that link down below in the description. It will be a direct link to the boots featured in this video. But if you're interested in any other gear, just browse around the site, check them out, show them some love, and let's get into this video. Alright guys, so in front of me I have a boot that is perhaps somewhat overlooked at times. This is the Copa 18.1 in the black, white, and black colorway. So it's the Shadow Mode pack. It's completely blacked out with a few white accents here and there. And other than that, this is a classic heritage boot. So let's take a look at the box. Inside, all you have are the shoes themselves. So we're gonna get these outside of the box. Now this is not the exact same thing as the Copa Mundial. The Adidas brand still make the Copa Mundial. This is a modern take of that classic Copa. So in many ways it is the old Adi Pure 11 Pro continuation. They've even sort of replaced last year's A17 version, the leather version that I actually wore. I have done a review on that video. If you'd like to check it out, I'll leave a link in the right hand corner up here. You can click on the little eye there and check out that video. This is basically the continuation of that boot right there. So it's a leather upper. It's a modern take on that sort of classic leather boot. It's got this internal skeletal frame that you can see sort of ribbed out here, so that way the actual leather material doesn't need any stitching to help keep its shape. So that is quite modern. That's been around for a while now. And then other than that, it's just a classic take on a leather boot with a modern twist. So again, skeletal frame here to avoid stitching any part of the upper material itself. Once you get past this area right here, this is not quite leather, it's lined with something different, and then they just put thin layers of leather on top. But it doesn't actually feel like leather. It's really only up here in the forefoot that you really get that pure leather-like feel. You can see that there's a seam right here that will cut off the leather. And again, once you get to over here, it's just lined on the inside, so this area where the three stripes are is not fully kangaroo leather because of the way it's lined, but in the forefoot, you definitely do get that old padded leather sensation, which is quite nice. The back part of the heel, I should say, of this boot is that similar material that we saw on the A17. It's kind of that control skin tech fit system that they used to create. It's a very similar opening right here. I like this traditional heel cup right here. You kind of have those dots that they used to put on the Ace models of last year. They called it like control dots or something like that. So you kind of get a similar heel. Again, it's a speed frame with completely conical studs. Nothing revolutionary about this sole plate because we've seen it before, but it's a very, very good sole plate. Conical studs, which is fantastic. It's got an external heel counter. That's great too. It's super light for a leather boot. And again, it's a classic leather boot with a modern twist. It doesn't have the stupid tongue that they used to have on the 17.1 version of the Copa that they first released last year. So again, this boot is quite a modern twist on that classic sort of leather boot, but they've done a few updates to the old A17 and the old Copa 17 that they actually released last year. They've done a few updates to just make the boot a little bit more appealing, I suppose, to most buyers that are still interested in a leather upper. And in many ways, this boot is meant to sort of compete with the Nike Premiers and even to a certain extent the Tiempo Legend. We're gonna slip them on feet, talk about fit and feel, and show you what they look like on feet, so stay tuned. So the Copa from right out of the box is just like you'd expect. It really kind of feels like last year's Ace to a certain extent. It really just feels like that. There's nothing revolutionary about it. There's nothing too new about it. It just feels like that. Leather in the forefoot, comfortable around the midfoot, external heel counter, still giving you that lightweight modern feel. And it's just a very solid offering. It's not going to break the bank either, which is quite good. So if you'd like a very, very high quality boot for a fraction of the price of these sort of modern knitted boots, this is definitely one I think you should consider. So from out of the box, it feels comfortable. It does feel nice. The leather is quite soft from out of the box. That will only soften up and get better. Because it is a leather boot, I do expect the forefoot to stretch a little bit. I would say go true to size, but just be aware that it could stretch ever so slightly. If you could try them on beforehand, that's definitely something I would recommend. It's a nice balance between classic leather and a modern twist to the boot once again. So that's pretty much it, guys, for this unboxing review and on-feet look at the Copa 18.1. Be sure to check out that link down below. If you have a question, leave that in the comment section. I'll definitely get an answer out to you. If you like the video, please support it with a like. I'm Mike McIntyre from All Things Sports. I'm signing off for now. Take care. I'll catch you guys in my next video. And until then, take care.